friends. Hello. Hi. Hello. So I'm so freaking excited today because I have this new camera. So I'm gonna explain to you guys what happened because this is actually a different camera than what I had been filming on. We had some issues. So today, I'll explain all of that to you guys, but today we are gonna be doing a tutorial Tuesday and we are gonna be doing it with the beautiful Queen of Hearts palette from Colored Rain. I know they just had their Black Friday sale, and so I talk about this palette a lot, and quite a few of you said you bought this because of my recommendation. So I figured it was only fair to show you how I actually use it, just so you guys could get an idea of like my go-to look with this palette, and you could just see how much I love it. This packaging is really beat up for me. The matte black is never a good move for me, but we're just gonna get started. Let's just play. Let's play with it. Okay, we're gonna zoom you guys in. I'm so excited because this is my first time filming a tutorial with like a good camera, and I'm just very excited. Like, I'm overwhelmed with, first of all, you guys are gonna see how crusty my makeup is in real life, which is like amazing because like nobody's perfect. And second of all, you're gonna get to see what I'm actually doing. Like, clearly, it's gonna be so great. Okay, let's do it. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm a little crusty, but that's okay. Everyone's a little bit crusty. So let's just get right into this. So the first thing I'm going to do is dip my finger into a shadow. The first thing I'm gonna do is take this sort of like really light shade and just pop that all over my eyelid. I'm gonna pat this on. So if you guys hadn't seen, I did a Nepal story time on Saturday that I posted, and in that video I used my new camera that I had just bought, and it looked so good. I was in love with the quality. Like, I have wanted to get a better camera for a long time. Probably since I got the first camera, I wanted a better camera because I used to use, if you're just starting out on YouTube, this is great, but I was using this little Canon camcorder thing, and for just starting out, it was really good, but it ended up not being the actual best thing for me because it wasn't like the best quality. I'm gonna go into this shade Royal Prerogative, this like brown shade here. So I was really excited because I saw that on Black Friday they were having a sale on the Canon Rebel T6, which is a really nice camera. It's normally like $700. It was on sale for $399. And I was like, that's a freaking bargain and a half. So, and I got paid the day before, I got my YouTube money the day before Black Friday. And I was like, okay sis, like, we're doing this. So I went to Best Buy on Black Friday. I braved the, it actually wasn't that bad until I got inside. The line was like not even that long. Like, it wasn't even super bad, the line. It went really fast and everything. But then I got inside and people were fighting over TVs, and I was like, I'd never go to a Best Buy on Black Friday, so I didn't realize how like serious people took tech. But they do. So I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna do like a purpley look. I'm gonna go into this shade Princess right here and focus that on just like my crease. More of like the outer part. So I went to Black Friday, I picked up this camera, I snatched it, the Canon T6, and I was so freaking excited. Like, I literally couldn't even wait. When I got in my car in the parking lot, I opened it up. Like, I was so excited about this camera. I took a picture of it in the car. I was like the most excited I've ever been to get this camera. I was so hype. And then I got home and I started playing around with it, and I was like using it, and then I was like, oh, I wonder, because I have a mic behind me that I really can't use with my old camera because it didn't have, I know, okay, this is gonna sound, people who know tech are gonna be like, you could have just done this easier, but I'm not like that, okay? So let's go into the shade Ladyship, this like purple. So the reason I never used my microphone that I bought was because it was a really big pain because I couldn't plug it directly into my camera. So in post, I would have to record the audio separate on my laptop in like a GarageBand and then transfer that to be convertible to iMovie, and then I would have to put it into iMovie and sync it up, and my editing process like tripled. It became near to impossible to edit in the time that I needed to with not having a mic that plugged into my camera. So a big thing I was excited for this camera was the fact that I knew it had a plug, because I did some research on it. I thought I did. I knew it had a plug that I would be able to use. I was hyped. So I go to Google how to connect your microphone to the Canon Rebel T6 and quickly find out that you can't. They don't have an audio port on the Canon Rebel T6. And so I was like, what do you mean Canon Rebel T6? Because I bought you for this purpose. I'm gonna go into the shade Duchess and just kind of deepen up this crease area a little bit with this kind of taupey purple. I was like, what are you talking about? And it turns out that all of that research I did, I didn't realize that I was researching the Canon Rebel T6i, not the Canon Rebel T6. So the T6i had everything I wanted and the T6 didn't. So I was a little frustrated. I cried. I felt like I'd wasted all of my money. And then my boyfriend was like, well, you can always just, and I looked up the prices of the T6i and it was like $799. Like it was like way over what I could spend on a camera because I just can't like commit that much. I can only really, I just couldn't commit that much basically. Like long story short, I'm not a billionaire. I can't commit that much to just a camera on a whim. So I could commit to like this camera. So I felt really screwed. And my boyfriend was like, well, he was trying to keep me calm because I was having like a full-on, I was freaking out. I think I am gonna do a mini cut crease with this look just because I think it'll be cute. Again, this is just my go-to. I feel like you could do a lot more creative stuff with this palette, but this is just when I am using it on the go, this is the one I reach for. This is like the look I go for. So I was like freaking out. My boyfriend was like, let's go back into Best Buy and we will look at the cameras there and we can try and figure out a solution for you. This could be worse, so we're gonna go with that. I feel like you guys are gonna learn how bad I truly am at makeup with this new camera. But anyway, so we went to Best Buy and I was pretty frantic because I don't do well in situations where things go wrong. So I was just kind of trying to make sure that like I got the right camera this time, like the one I actually needed. The other problem with that other camera was because I was looking at the T6i, I thought it had like a viewfinder so I could be able to see, and it didn't. And that was like a huge problem too. And it had some issues being compatible with my Mac, and it was like a whole thing. So I went back to Best Buy and I talked to the lady there and I was like, listen, I was like, I screwed up. This is completely my fault. I was like, I had this camera. It is the wrong one. I researched the wrong one. I got the wrong one and now I feel silly. And she was like super, super, super nice to me. She walked me through my options. Apparently they've got the newest Canon camera is the Canon T7i, which is like apparently, allegedly, like apparently it's $400 better than the other ones because it was super expensive and I couldn't afford it. And they were like, so we don't really even sell the T6i. We like phased that out of production. So the camera I'd been researching doesn't even exist anymore. So that was great. I'm gonna first, I think I'm gonna do kind of an ombre effect. I'm gonna go in with Royal Highness first in my inner corner just to color switch is the best investment I've ever made. So she was like, yeah, we don't even like sell that anymore here. Like you could get it online, but then I looked online and it was sold out everywhere. So I was like, great. So the one I was researching is gone. So she was like, so you have a few options, and she like showed me a bunch of different cameras. I knew I wanted to stay with Canon because my dad does like photography on the side. Like he does a lot of wedding photography. He just does it because he likes it. He doesn't charge people. He's a principal at a high school. He used to be, he just retired, and he'll do his students' wedding photography for free and just like help them out. Or like other people in the community that know him, he'll like do it for free just to like, because he just likes doing it. He has a Canon and he loves it. So I knew I wanted to get a Canon because I know and I've also done some research. When it comes to tech, I don't know a ton. So I think I'm gonna go in with Noblewoman right here. When it comes to technology, I'm not the most advanced person. Like I don't know, especially cameras, because they're kind of difficult, especially if you've never like worked with them before, they're kind of tricky. So I knew I wanted to stay in the Canon family, but unfortunately I didn't really have the money to get like a lot of like an expensive one. I had to stay in the more like reasonably priced Canon family. So she kind of showed me all my options and we ended up, she basically was like, oh no. Okay, we're gonna have to fix this with concealer in a minute, but I'm gonna finish it. I should have put down powder first because I know that these shades, when you pat them on, they tend to fall out a little. but I like to pat on for cut creases because I think it helps the crease cut crease. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna fix that later. So let's go into Queen Mother right here, this really gorgeous purple, and we're just gonna pat that on again, and we're gonna get more fallout and we're gonna fix it. So these shades are just so metallic and pretty. Like, I can't get over it. I think I'm gonna build up that light pink shade just a little bit too. So she basically said the one that would be the closest to the Canon Rebel T6i would be like the Canon Rebel EOS or something like that. It's some camera that I'm currently using, and it had the viewfinder option, so I was able to like see, which was a huge thing. But this is what we're working with here. I actually really like how it's come out so far. I think I want to brighten up this inner corner with that light pink shade a little. That one could be a little bit brighter, but other than that, I love the gradient look. I actually think it's really pretty. So I bought this camera, and this is my first video filming on it, so here's hoping everything goes well. I'm really excited to start like investing into my channel, basically. I'm gonna fix the concealer stuff first, and then I'm gonna do the lower lash line. But I'm also gonna take like a low-key fluffy brush, something like this. Do you see how these edges are just like a wee bit sharp in here? They're just like not fully blended out into the skin. I am gonna just take that same like shade we put in here, and I'm just going to kind of buff that around the edges just to like not make them so harsh, because my edges are just a wee bit too harsh. There are other ways you can make your edges not look as harsh, but if you don't want to spend like 7 hours blending, I find that this does enough that it doesn't make them look as harsh. So just, yeah, see the difference? I don't even know if you can see the difference, but I feel like this one looks just like a little bit more blended out. It's taking the extra step to really blend something out that can make a look a lot better, I think. Or worse, who knows? We're just having fun here. But I'm really excited to start sort of investing into my channel, because I bought something else that I'm really excited about that's gonna be here in a week, and I'm literally so excited. I've wanted this my entire life, so the fact that I had the excuse to buy it because of YouTube was like great. But I did invest also on a Mac desktop computer, which I've wanted one of those for forever. Like, I've wanted one of those computers for so long, just because I've always loved working on desktops. And unfortunately, when I bought the laptop that I have now, which is a Mac, because I'm definitely like a Mac girl. That's so much better. Okay, perfect. When I bought this laptop, I was buying it for school. I wasn't buying it to post 5 videos a week. So it doesn't really function the way that I personally needed it to for YouTube. It works great for school, because that's what I use it for mostly, but it's no longer working for YouTube because I couldn't export at the like higher quality that I wanted to be exporting at. There was a lot of things I couldn't do. I was very restricted with this computer. So I invested. I got a bigger, like, I'm gonna go in with a little pointy brush and just take this white shade crown and put that on my inner corner and my like lash here, my eyebrows. I gotta get my eyebrows done so bad. They are rough, but honestly, who has the time? So I know I don't. I've just been really nice to be able to like invest in my channel a little and like make good content for you guys, because even though this is my hobby and it's not really like my job or anything, it is definitely monetizable. And if I am able to make something from my hobby, I want to like put it back into my hobby. Does that make sense? So I was really excited that I was able to invest in some stuff to make this channel even better for you guys, because I just am excited to do that. I'm excited. Let's do lower lash line. We're gonna do something pretty simple for this, I think. I think I'm just gonna take Royal Prerogative. I know this is like an unpopular opinion right now, but I really don't like super blown out, like huge under eye waterline stuff with shadow. I don't really love like it looks beautiful on some people, but I just can't really pull it off. I'm gonna go into Ladyship, this bright purple shade. We're gonna go into that and we're just gonna buff that. I think this look is turning out really cute though. I'm very happy with how it looks. My boyfriend's alarms. I woke up way earlier than my boyfriend today and he's still asleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Duchess, that brown shade, and just finish it off on the lower lash line, and then we'll be done. We'll add lashes and call it a day. This turned out, this is not me. I diverted from the plan. I know I said I was gonna do like my like normal everyday like tutorial makeup, but this turned into a little bit more, but I actually really like it. I'm gonna just blend these shimmers. I'm not loving how this shimmer transfers to this shimmer on this eye. So I'm just gonna try to like blend those two together a little more. But overall, I think this is really pretty. I like it a lot. All right, I'm going to put on lashes, put on eyeliner, and then I will be back to film more. Okay. Ooh. I dropped the palette. Bye! Okay, friends, so I feel like we actually did a really good job with this one today. I really like how it looked. I added a little like pinky nudie lipstick to go with this, but I love the way that the eyes look. I think they look really, really, really pretty. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. I'm excited to see like looks that you guys create with this because I just think it's really versatile and there's a lot you can do with it. And this was just a really fun, cute little look. We had a lot of fun with it. Well, I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy some of you guys picked up this palette. I really love it. It is my favorite palette so far that I own in my collection. It's just so beautiful and perfect. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!